What's up everyone, and welcome back to the Bold and the Beautiful 24 official channel. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button today. Let's get started. Finn discovers Luna is alive in Lee's care, but will he tell Steffy? The Bold and the Beautiful hint that John Finn Finnegan may ultimately discover that Luna Nozawa is alive in Lee Finnegan's care, but will he tell Steffy Forrester about this shocking development? Lee delivered the shocking news of Luna's death. Lee sold the narrative that Luna's recovery took a fatal turn, despite Luna's recovery from surgery. Steffy tries to kick Bill out of hospital. The Bold and the Beautiful reveals that Steffy Forrester tried to kick Bill Spencer out of the hospital while Sheila Sharp mourned the loss of Luna Nozawa. After Poppy Nozawa reiterated that she was glad Luna was dead, Lee Finnegan pulled her away and scolded her in private. Poppy was a horrible mother as far as Lee was concerned, so she insisted Luna never had a chance with her for a mom. However, Poppy scoffed over Lee suddenly pretending to care. Lee remembered Luna being a sweet girl when she was younger and insisted her niece would have turned out better without Poppy's involvement in her life. Despite Poppy's rants about all of Luna's dangers, Lee still felt sorry for her. After Deacon Sharp joked around about Sheila running out of her 9 lives, he eventually went to get some Luna info for her. In Liam Spencer's hospital room, he remained unconscious. After Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes showed up near the waiting area, Steffy gave them updates on Liam's condition and the fact that he saved her life. Once Bill came running in, Hope Logan let him know that Liam made it through surgery. Steffy argued that Bill didn't deserve to be there and recapped how Luna tried to kill her until Liam intervened. After Steffy, Ridge and Taylor blamed Bill for what happened, Steffy pushed him to get out of there. Bill was sorry for everything, but he refused to leave Liam and still wanted to see him. Steffy made it clear that Bill was the reason Liam could have died and said Luna pulled a gun on Will Spencer, too. Bill reeled over the sting operation news and demanded to know why he was just now hearing about it. Steffy continued to throw blame at Bill, who regretted all the ways he'd failed Liam. Steffy remained disgusted by Bill's efforts to win Liam's fight and show his love for him. Once Deacon found John Finn Finnegan, they both headed to Sheila's room together. Sheila had questions about Luna and was devastated to learn her granddaughter didn't make it, so Deacon comforted her as she sobbed. Back with Hope, she visited Liam's bedside again and gave him another speech about how she wasn't ready to say goodbye. Steffy ultimately joined Hope as they embraced and refused to lose Liam to this awful Luna ordeal. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Hope and Steffy will keep bonding over all the Liam horror, so don't miss what's ahead. Bill visits Liam, Luna's death spreads. The Bold and the Beautiful suggest some twists and curveballs. Fans can expect Bill Spencer to continue begging to see Liam Spencer in the hospital. Meanwhile, the death of Luna Nozawa continues to spread. Keep reading and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Bill Spencer's desperation. Let's start off with Bill, who has arrived at the hospital after Liam's shooting and surgery. However, Steffy Forrester Finnegan immediately attributed the events to Bill. Of course, it was Bill who got Luna pardoned. Bill will continue to express his regret and cry over Liam. I can't see Steffy allowing Bill to see Liam. However, it might have been Hope Logan who contacted Bill. After all, she told Bill immediately when he arrived where Liam was at the moment. It was like Hope was expecting Bill. As much as Steffy wants to ban Bill, she doesn't dictate the hospital rules. The hospital likely still has Bill on Liam's emergency contact list. Or, it might be left up to Hope Logan, who was the last person to be married to Liam. Lee Finnegan's horror. Now, let's move on to Lee Finnegan and Poppy Nozawa. Lee was horrified that Poppy didn't have a single tear for her dead daughter. It is true that Luna framed her mother, but that's still her child. I can understand there being complicated emotions, but being stone cold like that? Moving on, Lee will realize that Luna never had a chance with someone like Poppy as her primary parent. Liam Spencer's fate. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the next episode reveal that Hope and Steffy will continue to sit by Liam's hospital bed. Hope and Steffy will likely share some bonding moments, even connecting over stories about Liam. Grace Buckingham will also be a part of it. Fans know that she was the one who said Liam had a brain tumor. Grace also pushed John Finn Finnegan to get Liam to accept the treatment. Then, Grace had issues when Finn was operating on Liam instead of her. This all sounds very fishy, but I wonder if Grace is being blackmailed, threatened, or forced to do this, so stay tuned. Of course, it's easy to see what's going on here, especially since we know Luna is still airing in September. There's a reason why BNB has suddenly made Lee sympathetic to Luna, who doesn't deserve what she's been through as far as Lee's concerned. Lee's been holding Poppy Nozawa responsible for Luna's problems, so she's making her sister the villain and giving Luna another chance at redemption. Since Lee faked Finn's demise once upon a time, she's clearly done the same thing with Luna. Now it's just a matter of how long Lee can keep this secret under wraps. This could bring a golden opportunity to stir up some interesting drama in Steffy and Finn's relationship. Finn doesn't like to keep things from Steffy, but maybe that could change once he makes a stunning Luna discovery. As this storyline moves along, perhaps Finn will sense that Lee is hiding something. Lee might bail on plans more often and seem isolated, so that could leave Finn with concerns. At some point, Finn might decide to take matters into his own hands and follow Lee. That could lead to Finn getting quite a shock if he finds Luna alive and in hiding somewhere. Lee's obviously going to take charge of Luna's recovery and try to give her the support she never got from Poppy. This will be Luna's chance to truly change, so she might be a brand new version of herself by the time Finn uncovers all this. Regardless, Finn will face a tough decision if he indeed finds out Luna's alive and avoiding prison with Lee's help. Lee might plead with Finn to show some compassion and keep this under wraps instead of sending Luna back behind bars. Finn will know how upset Steffy would be over this startling Luna revelation. Could Finn decide to keep Steffy in the dark partly to preserve the peace in his marriage? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Lee's decision to fake Luna's death will lead to some surprises, so we'll bring you updates on all the highs and lows. In the aftermath of grief, secrets, and betrayal, The Bold and the Beautiful takes a shocking turn as Dr. John Finnegan finds himself at the center of a twisted family conspiracy that could shatter everything he thought he knew. Not only about his mother, Lee Finnegan, but about trust, loyalty, and love itself. While chaos still lingers in the hospital corridors after Liam Spencer's near-fatal shooting, and Steffy Forrester stands fiercely by her husband, demanding accountability and justice, Finn begins to notice the tiniest cracks in Lee's story about Luna Nozawa's tragic death. And when those cracks begin to splinter, they reveal a truth too explosive for daytime TV. Everyone believes that Luna, niece of Lee and daughter of the emotionally detached Poppy Nozawa, died shortly after surgery. It was Lee who delivered the cold confirmation. She asserted that Luna's condition unexpectedly deteriorated during recovery. Sheila Carter wept uncontrollably. Poppy remained disturbingly unmoved, telling her sister that she was glad her daughter was gone. And Lee? She looked every bit the grieving aunt. Except Finn, her son, her moral compass, and a brilliant doctor in his own right, knows that something about it all feels wrong. The moment Lee announced Luna's death, Finn sensed a shift in her. The way her eyes darted, the overly rehearsed tone in her voice, her refusal to let Finn near the chart, and the fact that, just minutes before, Luna had been alive and showing signs of improvement. Why would someone who had just come out of surgery suddenly crash with no clear cause? After all she had done for him, Finn didn't want to doubt Lee. But as a doctor, and as a man who's sworn to do no harm, he couldn't shake the suspicion growing inside him. Then came the real tipping point, Lee's sudden absences. She would vanish for hours, claiming to be in the middle of 2 consults or dealing with an administrative emergency, but her energy was different. Secretive. Guarded. She stopped answering questions directly. Changed the subject when Luna's name was mentioned. Then, one night, after his mother's shift has ended, Finn, plagued by unease, follows her. She doesn't go home. She doesn't go to the doctor's lounge or her car. Instead, she takes a rarely used service elevator and exits 2 floors down, into the private VIP wing, normally reserved for high-profile patients under strict confidentiality. With his heart pounding, Finn waits a moment and follows. What he finds shatters his reality. In a private room, monitored only by equipment that's been disconnected from the hospital's central system, lies Luna Nozawa, alive. She's unconscious, bruised but breathing. Monitors track her vitals silently. She's clearly recovering. And standing over her, adjusting her is Lee. In shock beyond comprehension, Finn bursts in and demands an explanation. Lee's face pales, then hardens. She knew this moment would come. She was hoping it wouldn't come this soon. I had to protect her, she says. Made by Poppy. From the system. From all those who desired her execution or confinement. However, Finn is not yet sold on it. He demands to know everything. The truth, start to finish. Lee collapses. She admits she faked Luna's death after surgery.